What's going on, Tubes? It's your boy, Tired Oni. I mean, Black Oni. Still tired, still taking care of the baby, still having a good time. That's what it's all about. And I'm so happy that y'all are here with me during this journey, giving me a reason to keep coming back here and doing this, because I've been doing this for a long time. I should have way more subscribers than I do, but I also haven't been as consistent as I could have been. So I'm trying to fix that. So hopefully you've noticed more uploads than before. If not, that's cool. We're just gonna keep it rocking. With that said, I wanted to take this moment to talk about something. I just want to talk about an introspective look at Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty as a whole. Black Oni. I've seen a lot of discourse, both online and in real life, when talking about Call of Duty. There's a lot of people who feel like COD doesn't do enough between each of their games to justify purchasing, especially now, $70, purchasing the game over and over and over again. And with the fact that they were supposed to only have released Call of Duty games every 2 to 3 years, and they've reneged on that, we're still in a situation where they're having a yearly release, and every year it's quote unquote the same damn thing. This time, however, they have quote unquote innovated in some other ways that I think people are overestimating, but also not paying enough attention to the simple fact that they did change something. So what I mean by that is the omnidirectional movement means that you can essentially sprint, slide, and dive in any direction that you want at any given time. This means that previous Call of Duty games, when you're sprinting, you kind of have to use the right stick or the mouse to control where you're going with that sprint. The second you try to strafe left and right, as opposed to going in a kind of snake motion, you stop your sprint and go into a slower strafe. This new system means you don't stop your sprint. You just keep going. You just keep going in whatever direction you're trying to go. And you can now dive backwards. You could dive backwards and aim somewhere else while you're doing that. So like you could literally 360 no scope dive whenever you want now. Like it's a totally different addition to the movement. And I've seen a lot of people saying, you know, this is way too fast. I'm aging. I don't have time to keep up with all these crackhead kids. And I'm here to tell you that while yes, we do have a lot more mobility, a lot more craziness to the options for moving, let's go. It's not that bad. And I say that as someone who doesn't have a lot of time to game anymore or even create content. And I got on, and you'll see in this gameplay footage that I wasn't doing great at first. This is probably my third or fourth match ever of Black Ops 6. But as time went on, I started getting used to some of those mechanics and used to doing certain things. And by all means, the thing that's going to bring you the most success still to this day is going to be meta, obviously choosing meta picks for your builds, B, mechanical skill with actually aiming, and C, reaction times. So those are all important still to this day, but I still want to talk about the fact that COD finally did do something that was different. And they've done this before, right? They've done this with Black Ops 3, or was it 4? I don't even remember anymore, where they had like the wall running and the operators and a whole bunch of different stuff, right? They have innovated in other ways. Advanced Warfare, for example, where they had like the boosting and sliding and like the jump canceling. People didn't like that though. And so this begs the question now, when is innovation getting in the way of the experience? When is it getting in the way of fun? When is it getting in the way of what you expect out of that IP? Now, I just mentioned a few other COD games, Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 and 4 and all those other ones, where they did advanced movements. They did a bunch of different things with the game to kind of differentiate it from their previous generations. And by and large, like, the concept of COD has remained the same. You have your team death matches, you have your kill confirmed, you have your headquarters, and you have search and destroy. These are all core aspects of the game. Is you have those two different sides, you have the zombies. So there's going to be things with each Call of Duty that makes it Call of Duty that you can expect to have there. But everyone who keeps complaining about COD not doing enough for innovation are the same people who are complaining that they're doing too much and changing too much. And I'm at a point now where, like, obviously I'm just all about just trying to play games, enjoy them, and see what they're all about. But if I'm a top decision maker at Activision, I'm getting so many mixed signals from the community, from content creators, from people all throughout the spectrum of players as to what they actually want. They've changed a lot of how the dynamics of each match plays out now. Again, it begs the question, I actually want to know from y'all, is innovation getting in the way of fun? Are these new additions that they're making to the game getting in the way of people who enjoy COD actually enjoying the game? Personally, I think that it's natural for there to be some kind of evolution to the game. Beyond even just the omnidirectional movement, like I say every time, COD needs to take 2 to 3 years off from doing yearly releases. They just need to. No matter what they do with changing it or not changing it a lot, they just have to stop for a bit and let this shit breathe. Because I think people are also becoming confused about what COD even is anymore, because it's just so much thrown at you all the time. There's all these skins, there's all these cosmetic things, there's all these new games and new modes and free-to-play stuff coming. Like, it's just way too much. So they need to take a breather. They need to reassess what it is to be Call of Duty. And I think maybe, just maybe, we'll get people a little less confused and frustrated with if things are changing too much or not changing enough. But I want to know from y'all as well, like, what other games that have sequels have it so that their innovation gets in the way of said experience, of enjoying yourself, of what that's supposed to be like? And leave those in the comments down below. That way we can continue this discussion, and we're going to let the rest of this video ride out so you can see exactly what I mean with the gameplay.
We took out their HVT. Our HVT has been eliminated.
Enemy destroyed your trophy system.
Worsted.
Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe.
Scout pulse available.
Yo, there's just so many of them over here. Yo, this AK without any attachments is just kind of OD.
Down. HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Scout pulse going out.
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
What?
Rest and recuperate. Tomorrow you'll be...
I joined this shit late and got 20 and 7.